Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. It is 2:05 Mountain Time on Saturday the 18th. Let me mute that real quick. Sorry, guys. So, 2:05 Mountain Time, Saturday the 18th of November. We have a new moon in Scorpio today. Of course, the sun is in Scorpio today. I don't know exactly what all that means. I should be listening to that, but it's a good day. So we're doing predictions today for November the 19th, which is tomorrow, which is Sunday. And then after that, we'll do about 5 minutes of Reiki. And then after predictions and Reiki will be free-for-all question time for any of you who have questions for me. And these can be about just about anything, as long as they're not too personal. And if they are, I'll just tell you, I don't feel like sharing that. But other than that, everything is free for all on the table. So let's start with Aries for Sunday, November 19th. What am I picking up for you guys? I'm not going to be doing cards today. I'm going to go back to doing straight up energy like I started out on these dailies. So Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, on Sunday, I feel like you are going to be very focused on people that you care about a lot. For a lot of you, this is going to have to do with family. That's interesting. Now I'm thinking, I wonder how many of my family are Aries, because I just got done talking to my mom and dad, and they're going to be having their Thanksgiving celebration on Sunday because other celebrations are taking people in the family out of town on actually Thanksgiving. So I don't know how many of my family is Aries, though. But anyway, Sunday, there are going to be some things going on, and the major focus is going to be on people that you care about and spending time with them, expressing your feelings to them in one way or another, whatever way works, whether that has to be on Skype or whether that's in person, whether you write them an email, whatever that might happen to be. Okay, so that's Aries Sunday. Dee Dee Ryan, hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you. It's a good one. Taurus, Sunday, November the 19th. Taurus on Sunday. I see you guys kicking back, relaxed. I'm seeing feet up on the ottomans or up on the couches. I don't see you guys doing a lot of moving around, a lot of work, and this is totally a chill day. Some of you may not be feeling that great. Some of you may just feel like being couch potatoes or laying around in bed all day, Taurus, for Sunday. I don't feel like it's necessarily a low energy day as much as it's just, this feels good. Just to not have things on the schedule that make me get up at a certain time and do things at a certain time. Okay, let's look at Gemini for Sunday, November the 19th. Hello there, the rest of you. If y'all don't mind saying hi, I do like to know who is in the room. Makes me feel like the room is a little bit less empty. Let's see. Gemini for Sunday, November the 19th. There's Gemma. Hey, hey, thank you, my dear. La da da, Gemini. Gemma, you popped in right when we're doing Gemini. How ironic. Okay, let me look at you guys. Gemini for Sunday, I'm seeing somebody standing tall, back straight. What I'm seeing is a gentleman and a long-tailed tux. I know nothing about what's in style for tuxes, if that's even in style or not. But this person looks very sharp. Ready for pictures. Ready for pictures. So Sunday, Gemini, first of all, I would say whatever you do, make sure that, I was going to say before you leave the house, but I think before you even come out of the bedroom, make sure that you're ready for people to be snapping pictures that you're going to be liking later on. So take that shower, get that makeup on early. Don't be wasting any time with how you look on Gemini. Get it all knocked out early. Be ready for pictures. I don't know necessarily what exactly is going on when somebody's dressed up like that. This is not a military uniform, but this person is standing up straight and tall as if they were military. So there's definitely some kind of formal function going on. Many of you Geminis may be going to some kind of wedding. You could be going to some kind of funeral, some kind of big sacrament, that is celebrated. So this could be some kind of church situation, but it doesn't have to be. You guys could be going to a big party. Maybe somebody is having a big party for Thanksgiving. I don't know exactly, but I do feel like you're looking your best. I'm hearing you're looking your best and you're feeling your best. You're putting your best foot forward. There are people around that you're trying to impress, or at least one person, Gemini, on Sunday. Christine Allen, hello, hello. Michelle Renee, hello, hello. Priscilla, I don't know that I've seen you in here before. Hello, hello. Thank you for the happy birthday. Let's see. You're a Gemini, so you got here right on time. Good afternoon, Miss Tammy. It has been quiet and peaceful and lovely. Thank you on the birthday wishes. Allie, hello, hello. Welcome to all of you. Glad you're all here. I love it when you guys come in and say hi. It makes me feel like I'm right in the middle of a party or something. It's just happiness making, and you guys add to the energy whenever you come in and say hi. So that is so fantastic. Thank you so much. Tammy, how have you been doing? Cancer, let's look at you for Sunday, November the 19th. I'm not seeing anything, but what I'm hearing for you, Cancers, is rocky top, rocky top, rocky, rocky top. I know there's an old song. I don't know that I necessarily remember the words to that song. You guys might want to YouTube that later on. But I do feel like Cancers, you have accomplished something on Sunday, and it wasn't an easy accomplishment. I feel like you're at the top of a mountain. You have completed a goal that you've been wanting to complete. And like I said, that whole idea of a rocky top means it wasn't easy getting there. So congratulations to you, whatever that may be and however that may fit in your life. For some of you, this is going to be really personal. This is going to be about things like weight loss or doing something else to bring your health under control, whether you're looking at, like sugar levels or blood pressure or something like that. I'm really feeling like for a lot of you, this has to do with, physical body type of goal that you're reaching on Sunday. And for some of you, this is going to be obviously something else. It's a general reading, but the main theme here is you're reaching some kind of goal that you've had to really work for. Language of Lights. What a beautiful name. Happy new moon to you. Oh, very cool. Glad to hear it, Ms. Tammy. Let's see. Leo, 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 Leo. What do we have for you for Sunday, November the 19th? Leo, the Lion King. I'm getting the sense that you guys are growing up. I don't mean to imply that you are kids, but there's some area in your life where you are really getting in some insights and starting to understand things and to mature in ways that you haven't matured before. And maturity, guys, we live in a culture that tells us that's kind of a bad thing. Really, it's not. I think that whatever this is, where you're growing up, I think you're growing up and you're taking your rightful place. So I personally think that sometimes when we know what our rightful place is in life before we're actually ready to step into it, that can be a little overwhelming and can make us feel insecure, and it can be pretty scary. If somebody would have ever told me what I would be doing at the age of 48 today, I would have thought they had gone bat crazy. And I think, Leos, you guys have kind of had a hint at what you're supposed to be stepping into for your life, whether it's for like your whole life purpose or whether it's for like just the next phase of what you're doing in your life purpose. And I kind of have the sense that you've sort of been running away from it a little bit, and now that is coming to an end, Leos, and you're stepping into your rightful place. You're stepping up into what it is that you are really drawn to do, or who you're really drawn to be. And so I see this as, really positive momentum, positive movement forward. It is a shouldering of responsibilities that you probably have not been so sure you wanted to take on before. I think now you're starting to come into a place, Leo, where you're realizing that these responsibilities come with whatever this is that you feel like you're here to do, and that it's just part of the ball of wax. And you're starting to feel a little bit less overwhelmed by that. You're willing at least to give it a go and pick those up. So this is, I really feel like Sunday's a pivotal day for you guys, Leos. That's what we have for Leo. You're at Sagittarius. You're still coming up then, honey. I start with Aries and work my way around through Pisces. You'll be after Scorpio, which is after Libra, which is after Virgo, which is what I'm doing next. So Virgo's November the 19th. What do we have coming up for you? Well, yesterday you got a rounded top carrot cake, which I took to mean something classic that you would be participating in or witnessing that would be done with a different type of twist. Today, what I'm seeing for you is blue skies with round-topped carrot cakes flying through them. I don't make this stuff up, guys. I just receive it. Uh, And so what I think is going on with you, Virgos, is this is a really good day. You've got a lot of clarity with those blue skies, and you have a lot of ideas about how you can twist some classic things now and make them more interesting or more up to date, more functional, more fun, and still keep them as classics in your life, but just make them more functional and useful and happiness making than what they are as the old classics. So whatever it was that you were involved in yesterday, I think it has you brainstorming today on, how can I get more of that same kind of energy into my life? Because, thoughts going back and forth through the air about these round-topped carrot cakes, this tells me that there's conversation too going on about how you can change things. So there's communication with somebody else too about, okay, what kind of changes can we make to update this? What else can we do? Oh, and what about this idea? And these ideas are being volleyed back and forth. It's kind of like a brainstorming session with more than one person, Virgos. And I don't know, maybe you didn't get the round-topped carrot cake yesterday, but either way, there's a lot of communication and conversation about adjusting some things that are old classics and bringing them more up to date, more happiness, making more functional in your life. A lot of conversation around that. Let's see. Who else says hello? Marcia, glad to see you here, honey. How are you? Thank you on the happy birthday. I appreciate that. Happy solar return. Right. Thank you. I appreciate that language of lights. Okay, you've got your solar return coming up pretty soon if you're a Saggy. Let's look at Libra. For Sunday, November the 19th, what do we have coming up for Libra? Libras, I think that on Sunday, parents are going to be on your mind. For some of you, you're going to be contacting parents, talking to them. I feel like maybe even checking up on them, seeing how they're doing. But if you don't have your parents still on the planet with you, then you may just be thinking towards them. That's kind of what I think of as talking to the spirit world. Instead of talking to somebody that's here in the physical, we can think towards somebody who's in the spiritual. So you may be thinking towards them, you may be thinking about them, you may be doing something to remember them or memorialize them. But I do think parents are going to be on your mind, and I think there may be a little bit of an element of wishfulness about maybe having had more time with them, or There may be a little, feel like there may be a little bit of element of wishfulness or of regret, especially in situations where the parents have already passed on, or just maybe that element is about just missing them. But I think that these are some pretty serious thoughts that you're actually having about parents on Sunday, Libra. And of course, not everybody's parents are crossed over. So you may be seriously considering your parents on Sunday and having some serious conversations with them, maybe even. Nailpedia, hello, hello. 28 November. I'm not going to check how your year will be on this type of video. This is designed for like super short, super specific questions. If you want to get a reading on how your year will be, that's more something that would be like a live reading type of service. And to find out about my live readings, all you have to do is check out my website, which is www.amista.info, I-N-F-O. Lorraine, hello, hello, hello. I'm actually not doing tarot cards. I've switched back over to how I started out here with just doing energy readings this morning. Zahira Muse, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? So I have a little confession for all of you, speaking of tarot versus energy. You guys, whenever I'm in here, y'all are my guinea pigs because I'm always trying to grow and expand. And I don't read a lot of straight up energy during most of my professional readings, but I've noticed that those energetic messages are coming in much more frequently, much more strongly. So when I started to do these and I decided to just read energy instead of reading the cards on the dailies, that was because I had noticed that, and I want to practice that and grow with that and expand that. So you guys are still my guinea pigs. You guys have always been my guinea pigs. When I first started doing the weeklies, that was all just an experiment to see how well it would work out. And you guys gave me so much good feedback. I did that for 3 or 4 years. So here we go again. We're on the new experiment now. So that's my confession today. Wow, 2 people in here with a birthday November 28th. How cool is that? We've got lots of Scorpios in the room. The tarot cards I listed earlier, I don't know what I listed earlier, honey. You're going to have to remind me. Sahira Musa, glad to hear that you are good. S. Sand, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. Oh, about the contest. Oh, I'm glad you brought up the contest. I had forgotten to mention it. So for those of you who have not seen it yet, I do have a contest going on. It ends tonight at midnight. You guys can enter either one or both contests. I have a contest so that you can win a free Reiki session. That's going to be beneficial to those of you who have already received a free Reiki session from me before, and you would like more, but your wallet is not cooperating with you right now. And then also, I have a contest where you can win a free 30-minute live reading, and I'm going to be choosing one winner for each of those contests. So right now, I'm not going to be reading those cards, Lorraine, because people are still have a chance to enter the contest. So what it is, guys, y'all, I put up pictures of 2 cards for each contest. Each contest has 2 different cards from 2 different decks. And you guys get to interpret the cards. And if you've never interpreted cards before, don't sweat it. Throw out there a wild guess. Email me your wild guess or your interpretation, whatever you have, for whichever contest you would like to enter, or both if you would like to enter both. And I'm actually not going to be like judging these interpretations. I will let you guys know how accurate they were after the fact, because these are reading about my birthday. And then I'll have somebody randomly draw names for each of those contests. So all you really want to do is just get your name in as a contest entrant. Oh, the 28th is Sagittarius? I didn't realize that. Hello. Of course it is. It's after the 23rd. Priscilla Higdon, November 8th. Good for you. There's another Scorpio. Happy birthday late. Neptunian Waters. Oh, I like your name. That's perfect for a Pisces. Glad to have you here. Your predictions for tomorrow are still coming up. Awesome, Lorraine. Yeah, if you've never read before, don't stress out. Just put a wild guess in there. It's okay. If you have read before and you see what you see, don't be afraid to tell me what you actually see. It's all good. A couple of those cards are not like the best, most wonderful cards in the world. I'll tell you that. Okay, let's do Scorpio. Let's move on. Sunday, November the 19th for Scorpio. Quite welcome, Priscilla. What's coming up for us? What I'm seeing, I've actually got a couple images so far. They're kind of the same thing. I'm seeing, the first thing that I started seeing was like a fireplace, stovetop type place with a pipe that comes out of the roof, you know, with lots of smoke coming out. And then I started seeing, if you guys remember pictures of the old coal trains, they used to feed the engines coal and the engines would burn the coal, and that's what would actually keep the train in motion. And there would be all this black coal smoke coming out of those, I don't know, pipes, exhaust pipes that went straight up. I don't know what you would call those. But anyway, I'm just seeing, you know, that kind of like old-fashioned sort of energy expenditure, you know, that gets us somewhere. And so, you know, if we have something that's like a stove that's in the house, you know, or a fireplace that's in the house, you know, then that is providing heat, warmth, you know, that type of energy. And there's the smoke that comes off. It's like this byproduct. And then, you know, when I'm looking at the train, same thing, except for maybe not so much warmth. Like, well, I'm sure it's warm up front for the engineers, but it's more about motion, about having things in motion. And then we've got the byproduct of the smoke, you know, coming out of here. So Scorpios, for us, I feel like there is some kind of progress, some kind of forward progress and motion for us on Sunday, and something that brings us warmth. So this is going to have to do with relationships. It's going to have to do with interacting other people, where we have this forward progress, and there will be some byproducts of having this forward progress and this added warmth, which tells me, Scorpio, that I think those byproducts are going to be things that we have to work through with these other people to get to the point where we're making forward progress and where we're bringing that warmth into our lives and into this relationship. We're going to have to really work through some issues and kind of suck it up and get some thick skins as we're doing this. So it's going to be something that we're definitely happy to have that progress and happy to have that warmth back again. But it's not going to be something that's going to be like waving the magic wand and, oh, there it is. It's going to take some real dedication and focus and communication with that other person. You're wondering, what part of the USA am I from? Well, that's kind of a tricky question. I live right now in Colorado. I've been in the military, so I've been stationed in Alaska, Texas, Mississippi, and Germany. And I grew up in Missouri. Demetrius Holmes, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room. How are you? And you have a wood fire going on your stove right next to you. Yes, new moon is tonight. Ms. Marigold, what a great name. Hello, hello, hello. I've already done Libra just before Scorpio, so you might have to sort of scroll back. I think this has like DVR capabilities, so you can sort of scroll back and check that out, or else you can catch it after we're done with the broadcast. Libra girl, Gemini man. Aw, thank you. Thank you for saying so. Very cool. Okay, the Sagittariuses. We've got a couple of Sagittariuses in here with a birthday of the 28th. We're getting ready to do you guys' prediction for tomorrow. Glad you're doing good, Demetria. You're from Ireland. Okay, great. We have audience all over. There's the Shamrock. All right, let's see. Sagittarius, November the 19th, Sunday. What do I have coming up for you guys? Sagittarius, I don't think that this is going to be for all day, but there is going to be a certain situation that happens on November the 19th that's going to make you feel like you're definitely different than everybody around you. So, maybe you're just realizing, wow, I really have a spiritual perspective on things, and everybody at this gathering that I'm at has a completely different perspective than what I'm used to being around, or what I'm used to hearing, or what I think. And so you're going to kind of feel like the sore thumb here, the the Thor's thumb sticking out. So I don't feel like that's all day. I feel like that's just like a short temporary time for you, but I feel like it's interesting to you. I feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable, but more than it's uncomfortable, Sagittarius, I feel like it's interesting to you. Like, you're interested in hearing how these other people came to the conclusions that they came to, or what they're all about. You don't really agree with them, but you're kind of fascinated by their thought pattern and how they got to where they are. So a little bit uncomfortable, but kind of intriguing situation where you feel like you're way different than everybody around you at some point on Sunday. That's Sagittarius. You're from Mississippi. That's nothing unusual, huh? It's not unusual if you're working in my world, that's for sure. Capricorn, 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 November the 19th, November the 19th. Capricorn, I feel like Sunday, November the 19th, you guys do have something that's very heavy on your heart that can be sort of weighing you down. Um, This feels to me like it's something that has freshly happened. This may be something where a friend said something that wasn't so nice, or, where somebody that you thought was right on the same page with you kind of turn around and they're not. And you're like, whoa, what happened there? When did we diverge? And it makes it really difficult for you to relate to that other person. And I feel like this may be a real heartache for you. For some of those of you who are single Capricorns, I think this may be a day when you decide that whatever the romance is in your life, whether it's a love interest or whether it's more serious than that, this may be a day when you decide, you know what, um, I really love this person, but I can't see us really creating a life together that's workable. I may be turning loose of this person. And I think that's going to bring you a lot of heartache, just that thought in itself. And I would advise you, if you have a thought like that and it's bringing you some heartache, Mm, maybe it's okay to reconsider that and look for other possibilities of solutions. But that's just me. That's just my take on it. So you guys have to do what you have to do with that. But that's what I have showing up for you guys. And I think that's going to be kind of heavy on your heart for quite a bit of the day. I don't think this is going to be like a 20-minute thing for you Capricorns. We've got Ireland, Australia, Mississippi, Massachusetts. You're in Germany now. Normally in Australia. New York, living in the island of Dominican Republic. Wow. We've got the Bahamas here too, I know. These are messages for sun, moon, and rising. Sometimes when you don't have a message that you really resonate with sun, you may find your rising sign is better, and sometimes your moon sign. For me, usually it's my sun or my rising, but I think everybody has to sort of feel around and experiment with that themselves to see which ones are most applicable. And Brazil, my gosh, we have a majorly international crowd this afternoon. This is awesome. How cool is technology these days? Don't we live in the most wonderful times, guys? I mean, the world just gets smaller and smaller and smaller because we can connect so easily. Aquarius, let's look at you for Sunday, November the 19th. You're quite welcome, S. Sand. What do I have coming up for you, Aquarius? Okay, well, guys, this has happened only once before, and this is kind of crazy. I know it. I'm just going to give you the heads up. Put on your seatbelts because you're going to see Amista go a little bit cray-cray here. But my salt lamp really wants to give a message to Aquarius. Oh, my God, this thing is heavy to just, like, pick up. So, and normally you would not give messages from lamps, just maybe from a chunk of salt. Maybe I'll turn this baby off for right now. I'm sorry if you guys think this is ridiculous, but it is what it is. When Spirit gives a message, you got to listen. You got to pay attention, right? Okay, so I'm feeling like Aquarius. What I'm looking at is like the inside of a grape. I'm not quite sure why I'm still working on that part, but I'm seeing a lot of the inside of the grape. It looks to me like Aquarius. You are you're finding the situations that you're in, and you're taking them, and you're basically like, if you can think of like eating. How sometimes when little kids eat a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich, what they'll do is they'll take the edge off the crust. You know, some people don't like to eat the skin of a grape. All they want is that fleshy, meaty part of the grape. Aquarians, I feel like you're going to be finding that meaty, fleshy part of the grape. You're going to be finding that best parts of things, and you're going to be really focusing on the best parts of things as you're going through the day on Sunday, November the 19th. You're not going to be really paying attention to the things that you're not so interested in or that you don't want to do, but you're really going to be focusing on the hearts of things, on the most important parts of things. The meat of the matter is what you guys are going to be focusing on, Aquarius. You have a salt lamp too? Yeah. That's happened to me one time before. I have a lot of stones that every once in a while they'll start jumping up and down energetically and they want to give a message. Then my salt lamp is, I guess, I need to stop just considering her a lamp and start realizing she likes to be read too. All right, so Pisces. Pisces, November the 19th. Let's take a peek at you guys. Pisces, it feels to me like you guys are looking at something that is um, almost like you're outside of somewhere looking in a window and thinking, gosh, why can't I have that? And that makes me really sad to think of because that basically means you don't know your own power. You don't realize your own power yet. There's nothing that you can't have if you really want, and you learn how to energetically draw those things to you. It's not about what you do or how you do it. It's about um, knowing how to manipulate energy in a way that is healthy and good. I'm not talking about curses or spells. I'm just talking about the pure power of our minds to manifest. But what I'm seeing is I'm seeing you looking like from the outside of something, looking in and thinking, you know, I wish that I had that, or I regret that I didn't do that. This is kind of like maybe if you went to college and you had a certain major and then you decided, you know what, this isn't working for me, and so you dropped out of college or you focused on a different major or whatever. This is kind of reminding me of a situation where like you get back together with those people and they finished out that major and you're thinking, wow, this is what my life could have been like if I would have done that. You know, this is very much of a what if type of energy, and it's like a looking back with regret type of energy. So what I would encourage you, Pisces, if you feel that coming in for you Sunday, the 19th, what I would encourage you to remember is that each of us, including yourself, is always doing the best that we know how to do with the tools that we have at hand. And so, you know, hindsight, things look different. But part of the reason things look different is because we forget some of the details that were going on in our lives and some of the things that were happening that had us in that position to make us think something that we did at that time. So please, please, please don't beat up on yourself. Accept that you were doing the best that you knew how to do whenever you made whatever that decision was that has you now looking in the window and wondering what would your life be like now. And look around. Look around at your life now. Is your life now what you really want it to be? And if it's not, what can you do to start making steps towards getting there? Because as long as you still have breath in your body, you can make your life what you want it to be. So don't ever give up on yourself. And please don't feel sorry for something that, you know, you made that decision for a reason. Don't second guess that. Okay, so enough of me being on my soapbox there, Pisces. That is everybody's readings. I have gone over time. I'm already over 30 minutes just doing readings, and we haven't even done Reiki yet. Wow, I thought if I cut out cards, I could cut my time. Wrong. Okay, so let's do 5 minutes of Reiki for everybody here. I'm going to do the Reiki for whatever will benefit you the most. And so if you want to adjust that intention for something that's more specific for you, then feel free to do that. The Reiki is just as effective if you start watching after I'm done broadcasting as it is if you see this right now. So if you pick up this video later on and you want to receive this Reiki, all you have to do is set the intention to receive it. Spirit is not limited by time or space. So luckily, since the Reiki is energy or spirit, we can take advantage of the idea that it's not limited by time or space. And so those of you who come along later can reappropriate this for yourselves just as easily as those who are here. So let me go ahead and get this started for us. Okay, so we're going to do this for about 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions, comments, whatever about Reiki, this is the most ideal time to talk about that. If you haven't had Reiki before, if you notice your body feels a little different in different places, where that happens can be a good indication of where energy is shifting for you and where you should expect to see some things different in your life. I've been practicing Reiki on people long enough to have some kind of good ideas about where things should be happening in your life when certain things are sensed. So if you want to throw out, where you're feeling the Reiki, then I'll be happy to kind of tell you what you should sort of expect. Sort of. Because there's no true one-size-fits-all answer for any of this stuff. You're quite welcome, Tammy. Reiki is actually a Japanese word that means universal life force energy, Demetria. And so when people talk about Reiki, they're talking about an energetic healing modality. And what happens during a Reiki session is that the person who is the healer or the practitioner or whatever word you want to use for us, what we're doing is we're channeling universal life force energy into your body or into your aura so that it can go in. And Reiki is amazing because it has its own intelligence. And so, like right now, where I've set the Reiki for whatever's for your highest and best interest, the Reiki can come into your aura and go, let's see, what could she use the most help with? And then wherever you have blockages or whatever, the Reiki just begins to dissolve those so that the energy that you need can flow through you and into your life much more easily than it was able to before. A normal Reiki session is around an hour, sometimes 45 minutes or something. With me, I always do my Reiki sessions at an hour. So what you're getting is just a super micro mini Reiki session with 5 minutes. But even with that, a lot of people notice some pretty amazing stuff. And then I do offer, anybody who has never experienced Reiki before, I do offer one free Reiki session. All you have to do is contact me and we can, talk about what it is and what happens during the session and what you should expect, blah, blah, blah. And then we go ahead and schedule it. And those are always lots of fun. So I'm always happy to be doing those. And you can find my contact information on my website, www.amista.info. INFO. A great question. Thank you for asking. And then let's see. Anybody else with any Reiki stuff going on that they want to talk about? You guys are pulling a lot of energy today. There's a lot of you in the room, 14 so far right now. You guys are pulling a lot of energy today. And I've really got it going like all over. I don't have like one specific place that's getting a super high concentration, although you guys are pulling a lot from all over. Well, remember that spirit is a part of you and you are a part of spirit. Whenever, I believe that whenever God breathed life into Adam, and then into Eve, he breathes some of his spirit into us, and that carries on no matter how many generations. There's still some of God's energy in us. So remember that God's energy is a part of us. So we are a part of that decision-making process. So since we are a part of that decision-making process, I think we have absolute say-so in, I guess I shouldn't say absolute say-so, but we definitely have a lot of say-so in everything that goes on for us. So, God may have hopes for us, that he might love us to live up to a certain potential. We can choose to pursue that or not pursue that. Thank you on the happy birthday, Candace. I appreciate that. Aw, glad to see you here, Dano. We're still Dano, we're still doing Reiki just for about a little bit more time, a few more seconds. Thank you, Candace. I appreciate that. Oh, very cool, very cool. Well, welcome to your friend as well. Virgo Queen, glad to see you here. Thank you on the happy birthday. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio, sun's in Scorpio, moon's in Scorpio, and it's my birthday. Very fantastic. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes of Reiki completed. Let's do 5 minutes of question time. Whatever questions you guys have for me. This is pretty much free-for-all question time. If you want to know how to expand your own abilities, if you want me to read some very simple things that are not going to be detailed or complicated, what else? I don't want questions with a whole lot of layers. I don't want you to say, what is my week going to be like? I want you to say something like, will my house sell by the closing date? That was a good question that we've had in here before. Something really specific. I'm be happy to look at. What was breakfast, Dano? My breakfast was cherry pie. Thank you, Zahira. Oh, you're quite welcome, Candace. I love doing what I do, so I couldn't think of a better way than to be here. Will Sven be in touch with you soon? Let's define soon. What do you consider soon, Virgo Queen? That's a fine question. Aw, thank you, little ODD. Oh, that's awesome, Candace. I'm glad you made a good impression on so many people. Will Ashley Park hire you? Yes, but I think you're going to have another offer that comes in before them that you're going to like. I get 2 wishes? I am a lucky duck, aren't I? Why are your parents selling their that can have a lot of layers, little ODD. I think that's one that's best left for an actual reading. Okay, so will Sven contact the Virgo Queen this month? I'm hearing yes, but I'm also hearing don't hold your breath. So I don't think it's going to be soon this month. I think it's going to be right before the month ends, honey. Will you see Jonathan this weekend? I think you will. Once again, at the very end, I think you're going to see him at the end of Sunday, like Sunday evening, late Sunday afternoon, something like that. Zahira Musa, any cake eating? No, I've substituted cherry pie for cake. I got an early start on it since it was breakfast. Quite welcome, Candace. Quite welcome, Virgo Queen. We have 2 more minutes. Anybody else have questions? My mom and dad called me this morning, guys, and they sang together on 2 different phones in 2 different rooms. They sang happy birthday to me on the phone. Wasn't that sweet? Haven't you gone yet, Dano? I thought you would do that yesterday. Oh, no, today's Saturday. Yeah, so you could still do it today or tomorrow. It's not asking what he's feeling is not too much, Virgo Queen, but I will tell you that feelings change temporarily. So I can look at his feelings and they might be different, completely different in 20 minutes. Do you still want me to look at that? That's funny, Virgo. That would be something, wouldn't it? Before December 1st? I don't think it's going to be before December 1st. It feels more like the 5th to me. I think she'll be in on the 5th. What I'm hearing is everything will be official on the 5th. Very cool, Candace. I'm happy for you. Will funding come through for your new creative project? Not in the way you're expecting, and not from the people you're expecting, and not in the time frame that you're expecting. I think it's going to take a while longer to find the right people to actually bring in that funding. And it's going to take some fine tuning of that project too, to make people happy with doing that. Hey, there's Striving. Glad you made it in. Any extra money coming in for Zahira Musa soon? Maybe $20 is what I'm hearing. We're not talking about a whole bunch here. What does it cost to get a shoe shine these days? Is that like 20 bucks by now? We are live right now, my dear. Oh, I should have told you guys at the beginning to share this while it's live all over that you guys could share it, and I didn't. Somebody remind me to do that from now on, if you don't mind. Oh, your hair looks cute today. You're so funny. Send him a selfie today, Dano, just so you don't miss it. You're quite welcome, Neptunian Waters. Your feelings change by the hour? Okay, so these are not going to be his feelings for today. These are going to be his feelings for right now, just so we're clear, Virgo Queen. How does Finn feel about Virgo Queen right now? Thank you, Dano. Not really. Like, it's just going to be a calm, peaceful, laid-back day. The highlight of my birthday plans is cheating all day with cherry pie. I went to the zoo Thursday to celebrate my birthday, actually. Just coming in from the grocery store. Yeah, I'm on late today. Okay, let's see. Sven's feelings for Virgo Queen. And this is going to be the last question for the day, and then I'm taking off. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Remember, these are feelings of right now. So the first thing that comes up is kind of nice. The first thing is that he misses you. All right. And I'll give you guys the cards in case you want the cards, and you can kind of see how I read them. But please realize cards all have lots of different meanings, and sometimes they change from reading to reading. So I've got 9 of coins in reverse, 4 of coins, and the 8 of coins in reverse. So we've got lots and lots of coins here. Now, a lot of times coins are very much financially oriented, but really, that's kind of a tricky thing, because finances are just a form of energy exchange or energy expression. So really, when you're looking at pentacles or coins cards in the tarot, what you're looking at is energy in the broader sense. A lot of times, yes, it will be talking about money changing hands or money itself, prosperity, abundance, but many times it's talking about energy in general. So when you're doing a relationship read and you see a lot of coins cards comes up, this talks about the energy being poured into the relationship. So with this 9 of coins in reverse, that tells me that he's lonely, and he's missing you, honey. The 4 of coins, though, tells me that he's not feeling very safe around you emotionally. So he's sort of hiding things away, and there are certain things that he's not going to share with you real easily because he does feel a little bit defensive right now. And then when we've got the last card that comes up is the 8 of coins in reverse. And the 8 of coins in reverse, to me, talks about working things out. This is my work card. So a lot of people think of it as an apprenticeship card. I don't. To me, this is actually at work doing your thing, 8 of coins. But when it talks about when we're looking at a relationship, then we're talking about with the 8 of coins, that's talking about, is this relationship going to work out or is it not going to work out? But we didn't actually ask that question. What we asked is, how does Sven actually feel about you, Virgo Queen? So what he's feeling like is even though he misses you on the one hand, he also feels like this really isn't going to work out. And he's getting defensive. He's kind of sheltering himself. So it's not exactly what you would hope for and how you want somebody to feel for you that you're interested in. And I hope that you were ready for that. And also remember, feelings change. They are just as fluid as water. So just because that's what he felt right when I drew those cards doesn't mean that's even what he feels right now or 10 minutes from now. Let's see, and now I got to scroll up to catch all my conversation. Okay. Yep. Dano did ask this once a long time ago. Not that long, even. It is very comforting food. I'm agree. Pie is very comforting food, and cherry is my favorite. Help with getting positive energy flowing in your life. Basically, Priscilla, that's kind of a it's an easy one to tell you about. It's not always so easy to do. But basically, it just takes looking for the silver lining, looking for what's good, focusing on what's positive. And if something comes up that you're not so happy about, you just kind of have to you kind of have to do the Scarlett O'Hara thing. Well, I won't think about that right now. I'll think about that tomorrow. I think that's what she used to say. Always used to say, I'll think about that tomorrow. So if something comes up that you don't really like, that's a really good way to handle it. I'll think about that later. Right now, I'm busy thinking about things that make me happy. That's what helps you get positive energy flowing in your life. Now, obviously, some things you do have to focus on long enough to take care of. Of course, do that. But you don't have to worry about things. And you don't have to make molehills into mountains either. You're quite welcome, Virgo. Thank you, S. Sand. Aw, thank you for being here, Zahira, and adding to the energy. We're going. I think it's time. I hear you striving. Well, Mike, reach out to you soon. Actually, I've answered my last question. I'm just kind of going through stuff here, through your comments. And then after that, I'm going to be heading out the door. So catch me tomorrow, Miss Carla. I'll be looking forward to reading for you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you, Carla. Priscilla, I've already answered the last question, so I'm actually over here. I've been here almost an hour, geez, 52 minutes. So it is time for me to get out of here and get on with my life. And, well, I shouldn't say get on with my life, but do the next thing. So you guys can catch me tomorrow if you still have questions. Everybody, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me, keeping me on my toes. I really do appreciate it. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful rest of your weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll probably be here tomorrow. But in case I don't see you, everyone, peace out.